Declan here from I Do Agri, and I'm wishing you a very happy Christmas for 2023. It has been an incredible year for the channel, an incredible year for my business, and I just want to show you pretty much everything I've been doing behind the scenes for the last year. You've seen a few videos on me kind of setting up a workshop, but you'll see what I can produce, little tools and infrastructure that I have been investing in recently, and you can see how easy and how good of a process I have, and hopefully you'll see the quality and the effort that I put into every single livestock lock. And you'll see towards the end of the video I had to give Santa a bit of a hand getting these last few orders out for I Do Agri. An invention. After launching my own product, the Livestock lock, at the start of December, I have been just flooded with orders ever since, and trying to get those out. I failed to get 4 or 5 out on the last week before Christmas, and I just set them to one side, and I didn't want to leave them in the hands of on post just in case they were stuck and not delivered, and then obviously I wouldn't have them to deliver them myself. So just a few around Limerick, Clare, and where I am in Galway. So it was handy enough to get done, and ended up Christmas Eve doing it with my girlfriend Natalia. So she's actually living down in Limerick, and I was down to get her, so it wasn't too bad after all. But before we show you that, I just want to run through. But before we show you all of that, I just wanted to show everyone what the workshop and all the tools and different bits I've been collecting over the last year have been for. It's all been for this product, the bandsaw, this bit of a workshop space I've set up for myself, and a few different tools, lathe and all. Even it's all been for this, and you'll see it in today's video. So yeah, I'm welding the clamp there on a bit of a jig, simple enough jig. It's working for the time being, but I'd like something a little bit less finicky, and save a bit more time as well. So that could be improved in the future, and whatever, we seem to be spitting them out as quick as you can weld, really. But I have a problem with storage and moisture and rain and everything as well, so no matter how quick you are on the saw, there's a bit of steel, whether it's in the length or cut up, is going to be sitting there a while and getting a bit of surface rust. So the best and cheapest, easiest way to clean small steel parts is to tumble them with some steel or with some sand or glass or something, but I just tumble them with some small bits of steel in a cement mixer. So it's a bit of an investment, but again, try to use or buy anything that is for the business could also be used for the farm and whatnot. So this bit of a electric cement mixer definitely come in handy to mix the odd bag of cement, doing a gate and whatnot around the yard and that. So I don't see it as much of a loss, and you'll see how quick and easy it is just to pour in a few steel parts and they come out just without any surface rust and a bit of a textured finish. So they do take a paint a lot better than even just black clean steel, So took a while to set that up, gave it a test, and it was time to throw in a bit of steel. Now, for those of you wondering what this machine or what I'm doing now, it's just a Rivnut gun powered off the 50 litre air compressor. It just has a threaded, it just uses a hex bolt actually, and it can be used from anything as small as M4 up to M12 bolts. So I'm using it on M10 bolts here, and Rivnuts. Put them in the base of my steel clamp piece, and just press the trigger and it'll rivet them on. And there you go, you have a galvanized, zinc plated, threaded hole for steel product, without having to worry about tapping it or adding a bolt later, or having a bit of galvanized that, or having a product that is galvanized and then you have to weld to it after and basically undo all the good galvanizing. So seems to be ideal. So this yoke, as I said, and this tool I mentioned in a video restoring my John Deere tractor, one of the best tools I've ever bought, owned, and in my workshop at the minute. It was just over $200 US, direct from the manufacturer in China, and you can fix it with just a few bolts and whatnot. So it's dead handy. Seems to be lasting quite a while, running a lot of Rivnuts through them, large Rivnuts too. You couldn't even do that with a manual gun, but nevertheless it is unreal. And then in here we had to move the lathe, so I was having issues with the lathe and the motor on it. It was actually breaking the circuit at the farm, and I thought I had a power issue in the hay shed, but no. Brought it down here, it was still breaking the circuit here, so there was a problem with the bushing or something in the motor. And so I ended up replacing that, and I had a perfect replacement off an old bandsaw that I had. The pulley fit right onto it, everything was perfect, wired it right up, it actually fitted it in about half an hour. And then I go to turn it on and it's spinning the wrong direction. But I don't know, I'm just not very lucky these days. But an AC motor, it's not as easy to reverse the direction of it. I was looking all sorts of things up online, and no, I just couldn't do it without going to an electrician or whatever. So spoke to a good friend of mine, Michael Clavin. He's another YouTuber. He's living in Offaly there, suckler farmer as well, beef farmer, and he just told me to twist the belts, change the direction. So I did that on the motor belt first, and it sort of worked, but then I was kind of slipping off. So I went and got a longer belt for the chuck, and that seemed to do the trick now. So it's working beautifully, and I was able to make a very essential component, a little aluminium spacer that I need for every livestock lock.
Come on, wake up!
So this little space is absolutely perfect for what I need it for right now, for the assembly, for storage of the stocked goods, and for shipping, packaging, all of that. So space for all of it, plenty of shelving, and storage space for that as well. So perfect. Threw the lathe in there just to make it handier. Didn't make any sense having it up with the fabrication and steel stuff, so put it down here, and myself and Natalia could spend a good few evenings working alongside each other with some music in a nice cozy space. So it was definitely worth the while to make it that bit more homely. And now Natalia is just putting one of these locks together herself. She did pretty much all of them. She did a couple hundred, and she's making them now in less than a minute. I did a video for the Vivor website there a couple of months back for that linisher that they kindly gave to me. But before I had any association with them, I bought this magnet lever lift magnet thing. Anyway, I wouldn't know what you call it, but actually had no use for it. But I thought I might use it for lifting lengths of steel or whatnot onto the saw. But it turns out it was the most perfect thing for assembling these locks. Not only the clamp, but the lock itself, as you saw in Italia. Putting it together. Oh, that's a fair few, isn't it? So we're packing them away here. I'm just using some corrugated cardboard and folding that up with a bit of tape to make individual packages for them. Another issue with setting up an online retail on a low budget using your own funds, such as I am, is postage and packaging. I would have to drop whatever 200, 300, 400 euro to properly invest in boxes of all different sizes, your filling material, bubble wrap, tape, everything. It's actually huge cost, and it's just a matter of cash flow really. But a way I found to keep it cheap for the beginning anyway is just to buy this big roll of corrugated cardboard, cut them down to lower squares, and wrap them up individually that way. And then again, you can use the corrugated cardboard to stick 3 or 5 or 10 into one package and throw a label on like these. Some amount of livestock locks there. There's over 100 packaged up and ready to go, and we're just going to load them into the car. Now it is literally Christmas Eve here, 2023, and I'm in the assembly workshop area just after packing up last few orders to go out. So so look, Not ideal for me to be making not ideal for me to be making locks and packing them up on Christmas Eve and delivering them. They should have been delivered earlier, but it just takes a lot longer than you would expect. But nevertheless, I hope everyone is satisfied with their purchase.
Okay, where are you going in first?
We're in Limerick City. We're going somewhere in Limerick. Oola. County Limerick, 28 minutes away. So, first stop, Oola, County Limerick.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Hey,
Alright, next William. Where's it going? Glyn, Killaney, County Limerick as well.
well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and Merry Christmas everyone. Thank you.